Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for a quick 15-minute flow for hip mobility. So we're gonna get started in a tabletop, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, lengthening out through the spine, tucking the tailbone, sending the gaze in between the palms, feeling this long expression of your spine in space. Big breath in to drop the belly, sending the gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, round out, push everything away from the earth. Separate the shoulder blades and the back of the heart up to the sky. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat pose. Rounding out, finding some simple movements to wake up the spine. Exhale, round out. One more inhale, drop the belly, send the gaze up. Exhale, round out, cow to cats. Stay here and then find a neutral spine once again. Shift the hips back and forth, sending your gaze to follow. Send your hips to the right, gaze over your left shoulder. Then find your hips to the left, gaze over your right shoulder. Finding this side to side sway. Bring the right leg to a hover behind you. And then begin to make little circles, squaring off the hips to the ground, so not dropping the weight into the left side body, pushing into your right palm to counter that. And then begin making baby circles with your right foot in space. Reverse your direction. And then begin to send your right leg over to the right, still hovering it over the earth. Your leg comes parallel with the ground beside you, again pushing into that left palm. Find your right hip, your right foot back behind you again. And inhale to shift your foot over to the side, hovering your right leg in space. Inhale back behind you. Exhale, find that shape once again. And then this time, hover it just a little bit longer. Make little baby circles with your right foot out in space, and then drop your right foot down. Big breath in. As you exhale, push your hips back over your left heel, tenting through the fingertips, finding this almost half child's pose. Inhale to find your shoulders back over your wrist. Exhale to push your hips over your heel. One more time. Inhale for your shoulders to stack over your wrist. Stay here. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. Big breath in. Open the heart. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left. Coming into a little counter shoulder stretch. Send your left arm behind you maybe, or it stays on the ground supporting you. Feeling this shoulder stretch and this hip open. This hip opener. My words are not working today. It's okay. It's a weird day. Time change just happened. One more breath here. Inhale to unravel. Send your right arm back up to the sky. Drop it down to the mat. Keeping your right leg beside you, we're going to begin to send it up on an inhale and over, all the way back, and cross it over your left leg. So sending your right foot out to the left. Inhale, find that shape. You're just in, planting your right foot next to you. And then once again, return your right foot over your left side body for a little banana stretch. Maybe you send your gaze over your left shoulder as well. Finding a little opening through the left outer hip. Breathe into it. And then return your right foot back to center. Drop your right knee down. Shift the hips from side to side. Inhale to send your gaze up, belly drops, cow pose. Exhale for a cat pose. Inhale to find neutral spine. And then we're going to send the left leg back in space. Big breath in, press into your left palm so you're not dropping through your right side body. And then begin to make little circles through your right foot. Send it the other way, opposite direction. Ooh. As you inhale, lift that left leg up a little higher. Exhale to send your left leg over towards the left, keeping that left foot at a hover just above the earth. Inhale, send it right back. Exhale, shift your left leg over to the left. Inhale, send it back. One more time. Very slowly send your left leg over to a hover, almost like a fire hydrant, and then begin to make big circles with your left leg extended. One breath in. Drop your left foot down. Plant it beside you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift the hips back over your right heel this time. Inhale to slide your left hip over your knee. Exhale, push it back in space. Hips drop over the heel. Inhale, send it right back up in space. Big breath in to extend your left arm up to the sky. Open the heart. Exhale, thread it underneath your right armpit, coming into that shoulder stretch on the other side. You can take your right palm up your mat or maybe behind your back if you want something a little extra. Feeling this opening through the left hip, through the left shoulder. Taking a big breath here. On your next inhale, unravel, send your left arm back up to the sky. Drop it down to the mat. Then we're going to take that little side banana shape. So on an inhale, lift your left foot with your leg extended. Keep it hovered as you send it back behind you and over to your right, crossing over your left ankle. Gaze follows. Inhale, send it right back through center. Left leg comes out beside you. Plant your left foot down in space. Inhale, lift it back up. Find that windshield wiper movement. Your left foot comes over your right ankle. Gaze stays there. Gazing over your right shoulder. Big breath in. Banana shape. Feel this opening through the right hip. Then draw your foot back to center. Keep it hovered. And then find your left knee meet your right. Take one round of cat-cow. Inhale to drop the belly, send the gaze up. Exhale, round out. Find a cat pose. Find a neutral spine on your inhale. Tuck your toes under. Shift your hips back just for a brief toe stretch. Big breath in. And then find, once again, that tabletop with your tucked toes. Push your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal out through your knees. Take a big breath in. And out. Maybe you shake your head yes, shake your head no. Shift your hips up a little further up to the sky. Send the right leg up in space. Three-legged dog, just passing through. Exhale, shift your right knee to your chest, and then we're going to take the right foot outside of both of your palms into a lizard pose. So your right foot comes out beside your palms. Inhale to lift your right leg or your right arm up for a twisted lizard. Exhale to drop your left knee. Right arm reaches back down towards the mat. Roll onto the right outer edge of your foot. Sink deep. Bend your elbows, coming closer to the earth. Inhale, tuck the left toes, push everything back up. Find your right arm reaching back up, twisted lizard. Exhale, sink everything closer to the earth. Roll onto the right outer edge of your foot. Left knee lowers, elbows bend. One more time. Inhale, twisted lizard. Big breath in and out. Both palms plant, stay lifted here, shift into a skandasana. So you're going to rotate towards the outer edge of your mat. Your hips will stay low. Your left toes will lift off the ground. So you're balancing on your left heel. Big breath in, and then shift onto your other hip, lifting your right toes up to the sky. Big breath here. One more time, shift over to the right, lifting the left toes and then staying low on your mat. Lift the right toes, find yourself on the left. We'll take one more breath here. Reach your fingertips out. Begin to lift your hips and spiral your body towards the back side of your mat. So finding your left foot in front this time, we are going to find lizard on the other side. On an inhale, everything lifts. Your left arm lifts, your right knee's off the mat. As you exhale, sink everything lower. Lower your right knee, bend your elbows, roll onto the left edge of your outer foot. Inhale, find length, everything lifts. Left arm lifts, twisted lizard. Exhale, sink deep. Bend your right knee, tap it down to the mat, open up the left outer edge of your foot, bend your elbows. Inhale, twisted lizard, everything lifts. Exhale, one more time, sink deep. Inhale, twisted lizard. Moving at your own pace here. This may be very fast for you, depending on how tight your hips are. We're going to begin to shift into a wide-legged forward fold, allowing everything to release. Toes are pointing to the long edge of your mat. Allow the head to hang heavy here, still keeping it active by pushing your hips up to the sky. Maybe you reach for the backs of the ankles. Inhale through the nose, send it to your hips. Exhale, sigh it out, release that stagnant energy. Inhale, both palms come to the center of your mat. If you have them reaching for your ankles, we're going to heel toe the feet together, coming into a malasana. So your heels will come into your midline, your toes will point out to opposite sides, sitting down low, sinking the hips down to the heels. Shift your weight from side to side, using your your elbows to open the knees up from side to side. Inhale. Exhale, find stillness. Feel your seat low here. Feel stagnant energy leaving out through the sides of the hips. Feel this release. Envision it. Envision all of that energy that may be bottled up in your hips, leaving now. One more breath in. On your exhale, plant the palms out in front of you. Take one arm behind you for some support. Lower yourself down to your seat. Sending the legs out long. You're going to come into a forward fold. Inhale to sweep the palms up. Adjust your sits bones first, actually. And then sweep the palms up to the sky. Bend through the knees. Flex the toes back towards the face. Allow your hips to hinge you forward. Gravity will do the work here. Your upper body is just going to gently meet the tops of your thighs. You don't have to reach for your toes or your ankles here. You can just reach. Allow the upper body to not hunch here, but the hips to be doing the work. So your back is flat. Breathing into the shape. One more breath. Your next inhale will begin to raise back up, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Shift forward a bit, and then we're going to find our way down to the back. Coming into a reclined butterfly, the knees will go wide, heels will come together. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Take a big breath in. Feel the belly expand, chest rise. Exhale, sigh it all out. We're going to end practice here. If you'd like to take your traditional Shavasana, then please do so. Find stillness. Namaste. Thank you for flowing with me. If you'd like to continue flowing with me, I post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'd love to see you back watching this video, back doing the yoga, practicing with me, doing the work. Namaste.